To truly understand how the criminal justice system works, you need to have a solid grasp of criminal law, especially the protections provided by the Fifth Amendment. Professor Rees emphasizes this section for a reason: it covers the core rights that shape how justice is served in the United States. The Fifth Amendment is more than just a list of legal terms, it's a shield for individuals in the legal system. It grants the right to a grand jury in federal cases, protects against double jeopardy, ensures that you cannot be forced to incriminate yourself, and guarantees due process, which means fundamental fairness in how the law is applied. But what does all of this mean in practice? Let's focus on one of the most misunderstood concepts: double jeopardy. Imagine you're standing in court, facing charges for a crime. The idea of double jeopardy is simple at first glance: you can't be tried twice for the same offense. But the details are a little more complicated. Double jeopardy doesn't apply to everything. It doesn't cover preliminary hearings or other pre-trial steps, it only kicks in when a trial is officially underway. So, when exactly does this protection begin? In a jury trial, it starts the moment the entire jury has been selected and sworn in. In a bench trial, where a judge decides the case without a jury, it begins when the first witness is sworn in. And if you plead guilty, double jeopardy attaches when the court officially and unconditionally accepts your plea. But even once double jeopardy is in play, there are exceptions. The prosecution can try you again if a mistrial is declared, maybe the jury couldn't agree on a verdict, or some serious error disrupted the trial. If you appeal your conviction and win, the prosecution may also have the chance to bring the case back for a new trial. The Fifth Amendment's protection against self-incrimination is one of the most important safeguards in the American legal system. This protection means that in criminal cases, individuals cannot be forced to testify against themselves. The core idea is simple: any confession given must be completely voluntary. But why is this crucial? Because history has shown that confessions aren't always reliable, especially if they're obtained through pressure, manipulation, or outright abuse. People might admit to crimes they didn't commit just to escape intense interrogation, avoid harm, or because they're tricked into thinking it's their only option. The Supreme Court has reinforced this idea through the doctrine of fundamental fairness. According to this doctrine, any confession that is obtained using coercive methods, whether physical or psychological, cannot be used in a criminal trial. This means if a confession is obtained through brutal tactics like beatings, prolonged questioning, or mental manipulation, it is considered inadmissible in court. One of the most influential Supreme Court cases related to the Fifth Amendment's protection against self-incrimination is Miranda v. Arizona. This landmark decision significantly expanded the scope of this protection by establishing that individuals in police custody must be informed of their rights before any interrogation begins. Specifically, the court ruled that if suspects are not explicitly told of their rights, such as the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney, any statements they make cannot be used as evidence against them in court. This decision led to the creation of the now famous Miranda rights, which law enforcement officers must read to suspects upon arrest. This concludes our introduction of the Fifth Amendment. Please read this section very carefully. There is a lot of important material here. Professor Rees insists that you have a good understanding of the Bill of Rights. It may impact your career.